Yeah. You are tuned in to Offering Something, and I am your host, Michael Bernier, feeling so good to be alive. You know this, and you know that I love you for watching the show. If you're checking it on that YouTube situation, lean on the subscribe button for me. That's so nice of you. If you're watching on all the streaming TV platforms, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, Roku, Distro, on the Plymouth Rock TV channel, I love you for doing that. I gotta give some appreciation to our sponsors at Enjoy Your Life brand, Riverwalk Brewing Company, and the Organic Natural Shop. Oh, yeah. We have a super sweet episode in store for you today with a guest who is a happy human, an entrepreneur, a business strategist, a creative mind, a developer, an insanely out-of-the-box thinker, an ultra-driven individual, a leader in the world of financial inclusion, a mover and a shaker, and a madly motivated man. It's with great pleasure that I introduce to y'all John Malone of Pay XPS. Hello, sir.
Hello, Michael.
Why don't you push that microphone down a little bit and a little closer to you? Yeah, that's nice. You look good.
Thank you.
Yeah. How you feeling, man?
Great.
Yeah? Comfortable?
Yes.
Safe? You feel safe?
I feel safe now. Now that I've been asked. I've been included.
All right, let's dig into it. What's your place of birth? I want to get to know you here.
My place of birth is Donnybrook, Dublin, Ireland.
Donnybrook, Dublin, Ireland. All right.
Like
describe
after
this
the
community.
fight?
Yeah, sure.
Like if you've been in a hockey fight, it's called a Donnybrook. It's named after that place.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it's named after. It's named after the place
That's where
I
you
was
grew
born.
up.
Yeah.
So I assume, is this an inner city? What's the vibe here?
No, it's a super nice uppity place now, but like in 1850, it was they had a
little
big
rugged.
fair. Yeah, and
Okay.
every year they'd have the Donnybrook Fair, and it got so drunk, and there was always a big brawl. And when a brawl broke out, they'd say it was so bad, it was like Donnybrook. And that's where it got all over the world.
Now, as you were growing up there, what was the environment?
It was the 70s, 80s Ireland, new country, young country, going through lots of growing pains, lots of similarities to what we're going through now.
Yeah.
Abortion rights issues, women's rights issues, civil rights issues, sectarian religious rights. We grew up with a lot of that in a small little island, seeing that in our backyard, and also saw overcoming that too. Religious place. Yeah.
Do you have family while you were there in Donnybrook?
Yeah, I didn't have family while I was there. I had family here. I do have family there.
You had no family there.
Yeah, no, I do. So my family's everywhere. I got a brother in Australia, sister
Okay.
in Canada, sister in the Isle of Man, sister in Ireland, and three brothers. So 3 brothers, 2 sisters, all over the world.
Let's get that mic in a better position here. Come on. So, there we go. Yeah. Where your mouth is. That's nice. That's nice. So did you go to, was there schooling involved? Elementary school, high school? What do we call it there?
Yeah, primary and secondary school.
Primary and secondary
Except,
school took place
no,
in Ireland?
The best thing about Irish school is
What's the
before
best
you
thing?
go into first grade or first class in primary school,
Okay,
there's like
first
infant
class,
schools, they call it junior infants and senior infants,
Yeah.
and it's called low babies and high babies.
High babies.
Yeah, where you have 2 levels of
You're still a
kindergarten.
high baby,
I'm
yeah.
a high baby now. But, yeah.
So you go to high school there and
secondary.
And what secondary?
Yep.
And college.
Yeah.
Where does this take place?
I never went to college.
Never went to college?
No, I did not. No, I got my green card in the lottery, lucky enough, and I immigrated.
How does that work?
It's really, people don't know. Americans really don't know how people get here. You really don't.
Let your ignorance shine.
So there was actually a lottery for the right to apply. There was so many people wanted to come here. You had a lottery for the right to apply, and if you won the right to apply, then you had to go meet all these interviews, and then you had to go come. And I got
They
the
picked
chance
your
to come.
number.
Yeah, they picked my number.
Wow. All right. And then you come to where? Where do we
I
land?
landed in the most fake place in the world, Martha's Vineyard. That's what I thought America was like. I went to Martha's Vineyard because it was like on the Cape where a lot of Irish kids
And you
live.
were a bartender or something like this?
No, I worked at a Ben and Jerry shop, yeah, in High Baby.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at
No,
that.
never did.
That was America.
That
to
was
you,
my first place.
selling
Like,
ice
people
cream
didn't
on
believe. I was
Martha's
like,
Vineyard.
all the ice cream you can eat.
All right, now let's fast forward to the present, and let's make it clear. You are an owner, founder, and head of financial inclusion for Pay XPS. Is that accurate?
Yes, I'm in charge of something I made up.
You're in charge of something you made up.
No,
it's a good name, though. I like it.
No, I'm the head of financial inclusion at a company I founded with my business partner called Pay XPS.
All right. How about this? Before we dig too far into Pay XPS and the nitty-gritty of this, what is it about you that grants you the confidence to feel like you can have a business concept and then actually try to make it real? Where does this entrepreneurial drive and confidence come from? Most people fear that kind of thing. Yeah, risky business.
The confidence comes from, I think, going, as I say, from the root to the fruit. Like I've sold lighters on the streets. Well, I've been homeless. I've sat in boardrooms. I've, run companies in blockchain island of Malta. I've run banks in Nigeria. I've had lots of experience.
Yes.
I've had lots and lots of experience.
That's where the confidence comes from. Experience.
Yeah, but also
real life experience.
The right to do it. Like the confidence comes from just having the right to do it. Everybody has the right to follow anything that's in your head. I never felt I didn't have the right to follow anything in my head.
Okay.
Yeah,
Respect the answer. So back to business now. When was Pay XPS founded? Who was involved then?
So we used to have a agency. My business partner, right, David Barker. We've been in business for 20 years, and we had a consultancy, a global financial fintech consultancy.
Yep.
And we noticed something that was happening in the market. And we wanted to start a new kind of agency, and we were going to sell it to banks like we usually did. But then we decided we can't. With what happened in the world about 18 months ago, with what started to happen in the world, we didn't think that we needed to give more good ideas to rich bankers, that we should start a company that kind of shared the opportunities with the information we learned. And that was the idea.
So was there a clear and concise, distinct mission statement of the business at that point?
No. At the time, I panically called David at about 3 a.m. Yourself, it's like starting a business or writing a song or, or being in love or calling someone. Yeah, you're like, yes.
Wake up. All right, I have some questions because I really took some time to dig deep into this whole Pay XPS thing and what you have going on here. So, I did. That's the kind of interviewer that I am, John Malone. Okay?
That's why I'm here.
Cope with it. What exactly is financial inclusion? This title, this thing that you've created. What is financial inclusion? So, what does it mean?
So I did. Financial inclusion is not a thing I created. It's a term that describes.
Well, the title you created yourself, the head of financial inclusion.
I'm the head of. I'm definitely the
correction.
I'm
yes.
the head of the. So, but financial inclusion was a thing that is. There's the Rothschild family, the World Bank, MasterCard, all these massive companies, global corporations have understood that capitalism is not something that we can continually do. And they realize that we need a more inclusive financial model to sustain. That we can't just keep growing. We can't just keep throwing things away. We can't just keep having disposable, obsolete society. So financial inclusion is a system that's trying to include the most amount of people in the financial process so we can distribute things fairly. And you think it's just another buzzwords, but there's some pretty heavy hitters in the financial world that are starting to get behind that. And certain governments around the world are moving away from capitalism, moving to something more inclusive.
How does this effort into the realm of financial inclusion actually impact the humans that I see and I know and you associate with?
So here's how it impacts you. If you make $10 an hour and you live at the local, you live in this town and you want to go to an ATM and the ATM charges you $2. And so you have to take out 20 because that's their minimum. So you have to work 2 hours to make $10 to get 20 for them to take 10% for you to now have $18 of your own money. Now, if that was great, if there was no taxes, but you probably got to work 2.5 hours to get $20. The 2.5 hours of your time. Out of that, 10% goes to somebody who has money, and financial inclusion is the hope that we can develop systems and products and processes to get rid of that.
Oh.
Kind of thing.
Okay. Now, on a day-to-day basis, as you sit there in your world, what are you actually doing to affect this problem statement here, to overcome the situation that exists? What do you actually do?
So,
aside from talking about it so wonderfully here before me today, John Boy.
Yeah. Besides just rapid speaking into this, perfectly placed, Mike. Thank you. No. So, what
it's a nice sweater. Did I say that yet?
Thank you.
Yeah, I do like it.
I feel like it's very Alpine 70s.
That's right. It could be an album cover. I've seen this.
It does. Johnny Malone sings. I think I could do that.
Now, on a day-to-day basis, what are you actually doing?
What I'm doing is...
what are you doing?
First of all, every day I'm walking because of you. First of all, I walk 5 miles every day because of you. So that's one thing I do.
When you say this to me, it's hard for me to accept that. I really appreciate it. But the truth here, and I think that we both know, is that you're walking these 5 miles or this 8K by 8 a.m. every day because of yourself.
Now, I take that back. You're right. It's because of me.
Yes.
No, really. No, it's because...
I'm happy to have set this spark in motion.
Yes, you
and
did.
to giving you some drive, motivation, inspiration. But really, it's just you. It's all in you. Everything is in you. You're walking 1 foot, 2 feet. I'm not even there.
Yeah.
It's you, and that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, what I'm doing every day besides walking, because you make me... No, what I'm doing every day is we started it. I wanted to create a system because I know lots of stuff that we were explaining to banks, and we wanted to create a simple system of how could we create a system of financial inclusion, because people are like fintech, and what's fintech? It's like technology around finances, but technology is not people. And so what we wanted to do was create a system that was community plus communication and then participate in commerce. So we call it FinCom, and we're like, we develop a system to help people who are in a community manage within that specific community the communication and then appropriately participate in commerce. So we created on a day-to-day basis. I am every day trying to help small businesses and independent businesses in this country get back on their feet by making sure they get included in the money that they're supposed to know that they can have.
There are people out there watching this show right now.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know what he's saying, but is he saying that he can help me get some money, or is he talking about like other people? So let's be clear and direct. Like, who can you help?
Okay, specifically.
Yeah. Like, examples.
Okay, it's going to be a short Irish answer. So there's 44 business types. Just bear with me. When I was 7. No, there's 44 business types, independent business types in every community in America. Yep. And if those business types go away, that your community goes away. And what I mean by that is, if your local tiny coffee shop becomes a Starbucks all the time, that's not good. And if you add that to your local hairdresser being a national chain and your restaurant, if there's 44 specific independent business types, that if they go away, your community goes away. So we know that. Data. Yay, right? So we know what we can do.
You
right?
love data.
So that's the community, right? And so of those 44 business types, 31 types of those businesses actually get money in the CARES Act. Massive amount of consideration right now from the government that people don't know about. Government are helping 31 of those business types by tax code, and people don't know about it. So specifically, you can get money back from the government in the CARES Act. You can get money back if you kept your employees on, if you started a new business. And there's lots of things.
And you're saying
there.
You can help people do that?
Absolutely. What we do on a day-to-day basis is, if a small independent business comes in, and they're one of these business types, and any independent business, hairdresser, restaurant, anybody who was shut down during COVID. This is important.
Where do they go? Where do they go? How do they take a step to do this?
They go to caresactdiscovery.com. So you go to caresactdiscovery.com, and you can fill out and register there, and you can find out what's available to your business in the CARES Act. If you stayed open during COVID, there's lots of money in there for people, and there's lots of technology, and there's lots of laws that have changed to help
And
businesses.
this road is going to lead to you?
Lead to somebody way more competent than me, I promise. That leads to somebody with better people around than you, obviously. No, really. They'll lead to really our team who will help them find out what's available to them in the CARES Act.
So is there a part of you that is doing this or making people aware of this because you actually care about humans?
Yeah, that's all I've been homeless in my life.
Yeah.
I grew up poor, and I've gone I've gone to every business, and I've always had businesses, and there's no department of giving a shit. And every time I go into any bank or anywhere, there's no department of caring. And I've tried to create businesses that were, Benjamin Franklin said, doing well by doing good. You know, you don't have to create a business that doesn't consider the community that you're in, doesn't consider hiring humans around you. And I think it's always mattered to me to care. I don't know, lots of people have cared for me in my life, and I definitely care for lots of people. You care for lots of people.
Yeah.
Do you ever demonstrate that?
So why is this exciting for you? Is this venture you're a part of here exciting?
Absolutely.
Why?
It's exciting because you, more than ever, you don't need anything. I never went to college. You don't need anything at all to make a living. Like, really, if you want to learn anything, you can. If you want to know anything on the internet, you can. And there's actually a global economy out there.
Yeah.
And the future is really exciting. If you're a young person, there's technology out there that can connect people. There's a global economy. You can access resources globally. You live in a country with great Wi-Fi. You live in a country where access to things. There's no reason not to be excited about starting a business and changing. There's lots of cool stuff going on.
What's the biggest obstacle you're facing right now? What's the one that's like, there's that.
Apathy.
Carry on.
Apathy and indifference. I think the reality is where we're at in COVID is that we're 18 months in. It's like halftime. We're halftime, and they just brought in Omicron. Oh my God, it's halftime in COVID, and it's the Super Bowl of recovery. No, it's halftime of the game. And I think the reality is that people need motivation, and you know that more than anybody.
Yeah.
You know that. People need what? And I'm going to ask you a
I'm aware
question.
that they are very willing to accept it, and it's a beautiful thing. I love it. Yeah.
How do you stay
People are
motivated?
beautiful.
Can I ask you a question, or is that not allowed? Does the mic
Do
have to go here?
anything you can do anything you want.
So how do you stay motivated? How do you stay, like, how you're every day, and I know you, and it's not fake.
It's just commitment. It's dedication to it. Very easy to not do it, but it's just you continue, you make it real. I've never really had lack of motivation, and definitely the reassurance that, like, for the times when I'm on the microphone and this stuff addressing audiences, that reassurance, and people are like, that made me feel good. Oh my God, I love what you were saying today. And I'm really just saying the nicest things, the kindest words. What a beautiful day it is. You're amazing. And that stuff doesn't happen enough. I talk about it a lot here on the show. Compliments are not as commonplace as you get older. So as I sit there and just say the nicest things, tell people they're beautiful, and I mean it because this is how I feel. Yeah. The sky's blue, or it's a rainy day, and I love it. It feels nice. Yeah. People they feel that vibe, and happiness is something that is kind of pushed to the side, but I think it should be trending. You know, it should be up in the forefront. Happiness is hip. It's in style.
I think it's a currency. Like, if we stay on financial inclusion, I think happiness is a currency. When you see people leaving a job, it's because they've traded the currency of money for the currency of happiness. And happiness is and now it's a quantifiable currency. It's I think it's measured in time that you're happy or not, right?
Do you like gifts?
I love them.
You do?
Love.
I'm going to give you a gift.
Yes.
All right.
I'll accept. On behalf of everyone in my chair. Whoa.
All right, Johnny. Hey, Johnny. What's your middle name? You got one?
Yeah, John Paul.
John Paul. John Paul Malone.
Yeah.
All right, let's open it up. Let's take them out one by one. You can throw them on the floor if it makes it easier.
Whoa.
Couple of nice brews from Riverwalk Brewing Company. I'm going to speak. Yeah.
You made this color grow on me.
Oh,
really
yeah. It's
did.
going to look
You
nice
really
on you on your
did.
walks.
Yes.
This spring, you're going to look like a sunflower out there with
my
the
God.
lid on. Oh, yeah, boy. Woo! I'm narrating because, you're not near the mic. A bunch of CDs in there for you. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, you don't have to really look through those. People mail me CDs. They want me to listen to them.
Get new music.
Yeah.
I have kids, older kids and teenagers.
If they have
give me
CD
music,
players.
they give me music.
It's amazing how many.
The coolest things my kids ever asked me about music.
What?
My kids asked me in the car when they were younger. They said, "Dad, where did you first watch music before computers? Where did you first watch music?" Think of that.
Yeah.
They're like, MTV,
that's what you had to do.
And then you're
That's
like,
right.
And they said, "Who picked the music that you wanted to watch?"
Whoever
And I was like,
was,
the VJ. And they said, "How did he know what you wanted to like?"
he did it. He
I'm
told
like,
us what to
He
like.
does like Whoa, this is
And that's
great.
all some,
Well, you
some
were
natural
always keeping me
supplements
you do
from
keep me healthy,
the
I will
Organic
say.
Natural Shop in Rowley, Massachusetts. That's from C. Mac Cooks,
Michael Steve Shake,
homie
this is
in
great.
Amesbury, Massachusetts. Definitely check C. Mac Cooks.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know what that really is. Some kind of dessert shake, more of the natural stuff, probiotics,
yes.
that type of stuff. Yeah. What do we have here?
More T-shirts.
That's a tank top for when it gets a little warm out there.
Well, this is
That's
good.
one of my old shirts right there.
I shouldn't show
Used to be
this.
no, this is real. I've worn that many
this is a great
times,
shirt.
and I wanted to give it to you. Aqua Cherry are some of the nicest people in the world. They're friends of mine, and that sweat it out. Here
When
we
you,
go.
You shaved your beard.
Yeah, there's no more beer.
Was it emotional?
Beer, no. Limited emotion.
Yeah. Is it? It seemed like the broken window
That's a-
theory.
that's
like
a,
you
yeah.
shave your beard.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Well, this is cool.
That's a girl's tank top right there, and I know you have a
That's great.
big family. Yeah.
I do. I wouldn't want.
No, you don't want to become too attached to the beard. It starts like taking over your character. People talk to you like you have wisdom. They think you possess something that perhaps you don't. When you have a big beard, people speak to you like you're wise, like you're a wise man and you have all this knowledge. And you're really just the same guy with a big beard, and you're like, hey, it's still me.
Yeah, I definitely
I
get
dealt with
back
a lot
to
of
the
that.
homeless look. I definitely get back to a homeless look after 7 days. I definitely.
Yeah, I could catch that
Oh,
vibe
this is
pretty
great,
quick. There
yes.
you go, and
Is
enjoy
this
your
a
life
cape?
flag.
And,
Oh, it could be a cape. That's
I
your
thought it was a
cape.
cape.
Look at that. Oh,
You should
yeah.
sell them as capes. Come on, that's why I'm here. I want to financially
Enjoy your
include the cape.
life now.
Yeah, you're financially included in selling
I
capes.
can see you walking up some steps. Walking
Thank you,
fast
This
now.
is good beer. I like your beer, by the way.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Thank
that. So you like to travel? Traveling man?
I traveled like a maniac before.
Travel like a maniac.
I
Do a
travel
lot of
so
things
much.
like a maniac.
Yeah, I do. I'm trying not to as I get older. But
Reel it in a little bit, yeah.
yeah, so
No.
I traveled 150,000 miles in the 18 months before COVID, and I had 2 goals. Get out of the house more was one of them.
Yeah. You succeeded in this effort.
Yes. No, I didn't because it was COVID at the time.
Oh, that didn't
but then I learned you get out, you make your own stuff. You walk around, you get out, you go to the woods.
You create your world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your world is not on the television. What is the reason that, well, in the non-COVID times, what's the reason that you like to get on an airplane, move your physical body to some foreign location and explore it? What is the benefit of traveling?
Humility. Humility and appreciation. If you go, there's levels to it.
Mm-hmm.
You go to a place in your country and you go there and you don't know some of the daily processes, one level. You go to another country where same language, one process, same skin color, everybody feeling good, right? You go to the next one, language change. Same, different language, different color, but same symbols. But then you go to somewhere like Turkey, you go to somewhere like Asia, and you go to Tokyo, you're completely lost. So the more I can kind of immerse myself in humility, where that's the best thing about travel. And the more you can travel, you get humble when you don't know the symbols, you don't know anything, you don't even know that Their language has no tenses. And so, like, there's humility out there, man, in travel.
That was great. That was a great answer. What music do you listen to? Give me like top 3 bands. Let's do this. Top 3 bands.
Okay.
Or whatever.
So my kids gave me one of my boys gave me a playlist. So I can't remember anything new that I like right now. Miles Davis, absolutely Miles Davis. Miles Davis on my list. I would say I've got Frank Ocean's on my list. I love Frank Ocean and Mac Miller. There are 3.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah. If I'm dancing in my kitchen.
Do you take care of your body? I know you're walking. That's healthy.
Is this the part of the show?
Do you sit at home and like just you're eating ice cream and you're like shooting up butter?
I used to be that guy. When I got to America, I was in love with everything American. I really was. I worked at a Ben and Jerry's. Like I was so excited about everything. I used to be terrible, and then I got high cholesterol, and my doctor was like, "Data, stop mainlining."
Is that true?
Oh my God, yeah, so bad.
Just so you have like specifically favorite ice cream flavors?
Oh my God, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
What?
Oh my God, waffle dream cone. How can you not do that? Yes, Ben and Jerry's are fantastic. They're geniuses.
Why do you take care of your body? Why do you think this is important? Why do you do this?
Because I'm the youngest I'm ever going to be in my life.
Yeah, you look so good.
And no, because I'm
handsome.
I want to be around for my kids. My kids are great, and I want to be around for them. And I want to be around to see who they become. They teach me all the time.
You love your kids. How many kids are there now?
I have 5 children.
5 children.
Yeah.
You love them all equally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And at no time do they all love you equally. Or at all times.
How do you continue to maintain focus? Where does this drive come from? Do you do things like cold water exposure?
I will put drive over here and I'll put focus over here.
Okay.
Focus is...
All right, I'm not talking about your scatterbrain, ADD,
Yeah, the term ADD though, like I'll
is that appropriate?
I think the category is appropriate, but like I hate the term deficit, don't you? That you're going to be like, you've got a deficit.
I think it's silly. I think that's the way you are. Like, what's wrong with whoever said that there's a problem with somebody that goes from here to here to here? That's what I have an issue with. I'm like, that's you. What's up? You're good at you.
I do lots of stuff. Yeah, I do lots of stuff. Yeah.
You can look at me and be like, this guy, he's too focused. He needs to like, hey, snap out of it. I could be the problem.
Like, yeah. No, but focus, I think.
No problem.
You've got no problem. Do you have? You seem like a person who deals with problems. I think everybody's got problems. It's how you deal with them, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It's processing. Yeah.
Also learning how you learning, growing, mental, isn't it?
So what was your answer to how you maintain focus?
I accept the fact of I accept my process now. At my age, I accept the fact that I work how I work, and I know I deliver what I say I'm going to deliver, and I live off of that. And the rest is I've got a snowplow style of management. Like I know all the snowflakes are important, but I just push them to where people deal with individual snowflakes.
You're down, you're out, you're beat, you're sad, you're in a dark place. Who do you turn to? Do you have a person in your world that you call on? Even if it's just in the business world, you got a mentor, you have a rock.
Yeah, I've got lots of good mentors.
We'll go on the mentor less sad direction.
I would definitely call one of my friends tomorrow. Like, definitely. I've got friends that I grew up with that still know me very much and have connected me through dark times. I've definitely called
guys you've gotten into some street fights with?
Gotten my ass kicked. Yeah, I wouldn't say they were call fights as much as I got my ass kicked in front of these guys.
Oh, I like that. So here we are. It's 2022.
Yeah.
True statement. Where you're at now, what scares you?
People not taking the planet seriously. It scares me that the information is in 2 boxes. Information is in a red box and a blue box, and okay, fine. But there's a box of the planet, and people need to start taking. When are we going to start? When do we start to listen? And that's real, you know. And that scares me. It scares me that we don't listen to how kids get shot in schools. That scares me. We don't listen to that real serious stuff. Kids get shot. If you change the word school for any other word, you'd never send your kid to that building. If I was, really? Really, if I was, seriously, so that really scares me. If you change the word school for the word McDonald's.
They still doing that? Kids still go to school buildings? Is that a thing?
No, but think how many less shootings there were where there was nobody had to go to the buildings. That's a big deal. So I think we don't understand that generation's been raised in violence. So that scares me. The not recognizing how alienated kids are. And
so slightly on this topic here, and one of my most favorite questions to ask, do you think that world peace is a credible option?
Yeah, absolutely. And I can prove it.
Let's have the proof.
Okay, you ready?
Give me the pudding, player.
People will change when they can see. People will change when they can see that their change will impact lots of stuff. People won't. Lots of people are early adopters. That's me. I'm like out front. That's what I do. I start things. And then there's lots of people who are fast followers. That's that group. And then there's like a late majority. Most people are smart and not risk takers, and they want to just live their life, right? But if you could see that it would make a change, then you change. And I think that if you look at someone in a stadium, and you and I went in a stadium, and I did this, you did that, right? We could have a couple of beers, and two drunk guys can go around the whole stadium and start a wave. And the reason you start a wave is because you know it's worked. And I think that world peace is available as soon as we all start to just say, hey, dude, all you got to do is do your own. And I think if you start to have world peace is house peace. World peace is your car peace. World peace is mental peace. World peace is attainable. Stop trying to call. You are the world. Stop trying to.
Where does world peace begin?
In your head.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In your own ability to control your head. That's where it starts.
I agree. What else? Did I miss anything here? You feel pretty good?
I feel great.
Right. Yeah.
I feel great.
What do you want to hit? I know you got a lot spinning in that mind of yours. It's a different mind than mine, the one that you possess over there. Yeah.
I think, we come from different points of view.
Yeah.
You know? We come to the world.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I hope it came across in a nice way.
Yeah. I think where do you think we intersect? So we intersect. We're friends and we know each other. And where do we intersect, do you think?
Because when I look at you, I know you are completely open-minded. You don't come at me like, well, whatever this guy says is completely dismissed. You are an adventurer. You're a risk taker. And I know it's like you're down to be within that moment.
Yeah.
And when I first met you, one of the things that I find very appealing about a human, and it's something that I try to make this vibe exist in a conversation with someone the first time I speak to them is, let's immediately eliminate all the silly boundaries that exist because we don't know each other and we've never talked before, and let's just go straight to the kindest, lovingest friends like we've known each other in that first moment. And when I go there and somebody goes with that, I'm like, this dude's, he knows what's up. He knows life is all right, and it doesn't matter if I've known him for 5 seconds or 50 years. This is life. We might as well have the best moment with another human.
Yeah.
That's it. And that was, I think, how I initially was like, I like that guy. And I was like, he's got like Chuck Taylors on or something. I was like, hey, a little unique over here.
Yeah, I think you're
You were at your favorite coffee shop with your favorite.
The People's.
With your favorite barista.
People's.
Brucey.
Bruce, yeah. Plum Island Roasters.
Mm.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. That's the end of buildings. It's the end of buildings. So you're asking what's going on in my head. First of all, that's really nice stuff to say. Thank you. But buildings are dead. So buildings are 86 buildings, don't you think?
Yeah.
Buildings are gone.
A lot of change.
Yeah,
change is a beautiful thing.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
What I mean by buildings are gone is like
it has
having
to
to have
be.
a building. So this is my message to people. It's like having to have a building before you start a business is gone. That's what I mean. You don't have to have a building to start a
Never
business.
view it. Yes.
Yeah, because we're in the metaverse right now. Just kidding.
Wait a minute.
Hey, we go.
So what I do want to say to you here, to make clear, on a serious note, is that I asked you to come sit in that seat over there on the Offering Something show for 2 reasons. 1, it feels so nice to see a human have an idea in his mind and it's racing around in there. It's this thought, this concept, and then to be like, oh man, that could become like a whole business, a whole like thing, a whole movement. And instead of just taking that little thing bouncing around there and going like, yeah, but I'm gonna go to work and do this, you take that thing and you own it and you make it real and you feed it, and every day you chase after it like a mad scientist and your hair's standing up straight, and you make it a real thing that produces and provides, and you take your dream and you make it a reality. That's admirable in any field that you're in. And you do this time and time again. It's admirable. First reason.
Thank you.
Why? Second reason. As we go throughout life and we are drawn into all these different situations, circumstances, circles, where perhaps we're homeless for a stretch, we're poor, we're rich, we're happy, we're depressed, all the things we go through, right? As we are personally working through these experiences, these times, we still have the option to choose how we behave outwardly to other humans. Now, all of my experiences with you and all that is said about you and what I see here today is that as you go about your life, you continue to, in your outward behavior, be offering something that is kind and positive and productive. And I appreciate that. That's the second reason. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's 2. That's what I got. I love you, man. Thanks for being a good guy.
Man, thanks.
You feel like you're a nice person? Does
that
that sit well with you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I feel like I work hard to be a nice person. I feel like I have lots of flaws. I feel like I have lots of stuff to work on. But I feel like the one thing I know I'm trying to do is definitely give a shit about other people.
What percentage of the entire world has the awareness of or the ability to self-reflect? What percentage of the world is practicing self-reflection? That's an easier way to state the question.
Half
the people?
Yeah, I think most people are. I think most people just ignore the voice in their head. The voice in your head is self-reflection, and we just want to give it a name. And you the voice in your head is self-reflection. Everybody has a voice in their head. Everybody has a little bit.
You think most people throughout the course of their everyday, because when you are a person,
it's what they do with that. I don't know what they do with that self-reflection. Go.
As you go throughout your everyday, and at some point you do this, you check yourself. Am I being a good person? Did I do the right thing? You think that most people are doing this.
So I'll change that. Now I understand your question.
All right.
I think the ratio is the same as stars in the sky to dark matter. Really, that's the ratio. I think if you're asking me, it's like how many bright things are in the sky relative to dark things.
I guess what I'm looking for, is what you say. Is everyone doing it?
No, it's just, but as many stars are in the sky, there's a lot more dark matter in the sky. There's a lot more, but the light, you see bright things.
The light is beautiful.
The light is beautiful, and the light is kindness.
So the glass is half full.
And you can show a lot more things. A tiny match will light a whole room, and so you don't need a lot of light. You don't need that much kindness to make a big impact, and you'll find that.
I'm gonna reflect on that.
You do. You're like,
ooh. So before we go, you okay with a game?
Yes.
The game is all right.
Game is great, except
likes
board games.
games.
I hate board games.
No board
because
games.
I have a
That's
lot of
too
kids.
long. Nothing
no,
too
that
long.
many kids, man. You
I like
play it.
fast,
I'm
short.
good. Go. I'll do
If
games.
it's like a commitment more than like 8 minutes, I'm not doing it. I'm not.
Yes,
I
I'm
can't
not.
do that.
I'm
No,
not.
like 8. Yeah.
I'm too competitive.
Monopoly, I'm like, I'll watch. I'll get the chips for you, whatever you need. Here we go. This one is fast, fun, and not so smart. It's fast. I'm going to make it seem like it's fast.
Okay.
Woo, it's fun because why wouldn't it be fun?
Okay.
We want to have fun. It's not so smart because we're not really thinking about the answers.
And we're here.
That we're just giving the answers. Just giving
Go.
them. They're just going. They're coming like this. Coming and going. I don't know.
Okay.
So here it is. Fast, fun, and not so smart with John Malone.
Thank you.
Favorite book? What do you got? Ooh, that's
Tis
not.
by Frank McCourt.
One more time.
Tis by Frank McCourt.
Prime rib or kale salad?
Now kale salad. Originally prime rib.
Do you love cats?
Yes.
You do. You have cats?
No.
Best country in the world. Is that fair to ask?
It's America. Still America.
Look
I
at
decided
you.
to come here. It's America.
You have to make the decision. Watch sports or play sports. What is it? Forever.
Watch sports.
Wow. We differ. Are you happy with your life?
Yes.
Ooh. Quick with that one. Funniest comedian in existence right now. Or ever.
I saw this.
Or ever.
Gad, whatever his name is, the French Moroccan comedian.
I don't know who that is. Bluegrass or hip hop? Hip hop or bluegrass? Yeah, buddy. Skydive.
Whatever
or
the other
long
one
dock.
is. No,
Oh,
whatever the other one was. No skydive.
No skydive. Perfect. The other one was a long walk on a soothing shore.
If it had been off a long pier, I still would have short pier.
Oh, yeah. Are you the perfect age?
Yeah, I'm a perfect age to be me.
Yes, you are. You happy you came here today?
I'm absolutely delighted I came here today.
That's it, man. That's the show. Thanks for coming out.
This is a great show. I like it. It's positive, and I like you, and I think lots of people like you. And I think, thanks, man. Keep being yourself.
Yeah.
Really. It matters to lots of people. You're in lots of people's feed, and thanks.
What I've been saying is, and it's what you just said, is that without any possible dispute, you are the most beautiful you can ever be when you are being yourself.
I thought you were going to say when you're drinking this beer. You're the most beautiful.
No, this is real deal. John, thank you so much for coming here. Everybody get hip with Pay XPS. Yeah, I love you. You've been kind.
CARES Act Discovery.
You've been wonderful.
Go to CARES Act Discovery. Find out what's going on in your life. CARESActDiscovery.com or PayXPS.com. PAYXPS. Seriously, go find out. We'll help you see if there's money in the CARES Act for you, and we'll get you funded, found, and fixed.
PayXPS.com. Tell them John Boy sent you. Yeah. That's it. It's offering something. Once again, a whole lot of love to our sponsors at Enjoy Your Life Brand. Get hip with them. Everything Enjoy Your Life Brand. Riverwalk Brewing Company, that good beer. And the Organic Natural Shop in Rowley, Massachusetts. Take care of your body. You are wonderful. You know this. Please, please, please have the best day of your life every single day. I love you, John, for being here. It's offering something. We'll see you soon.